I also rise to speak against H.R. 3. You know, to me, there are two segments of society in which the costs have gone out of control and are really broken. One is the secondary education system, and the other is the medical situation. It's not surprising that the two areas that prices have spun out of control since I was a child are two areas in which the government has been most involved. And therefore, we should be very measured before we become involved in a lot more government prescription or mucking around the medical industry. And I say that as somebody who is no friend of the drug companies. I think their behaviors become absolutely appallable, absolutely deplorable. Nevertheless, we have to remember that when it comes to new drugs right now on the market, other countries have a lot less access than we do in America. And in that regard, America is still number one. Only 36% of the new drugs are allowed into Australia, 46% in Canada, under 60% in the UK. We are still the envy of people in other parts of the world there. Of new cancer drugs launched in the last 8 years, 95% are available in the United States, 74% in the UK, and less than 50% in Japan. The thing to remember, which is so frequently true, government involvement can be good, but a lot of times government involvement can make things worse. The next frustrating thing about this bill is there are good things that both sides could agree on and you could pass right away. We've heard a lot about H.R. 19 right now. One of your folks was talking about the high cost of insulin. We are doing things, or people would do things, in H.R. 19 to rush more biosimilars to insulin to the market. You could have that victory tomorrow. But for some reason, rather than vote on a bill you know will pass and will do a great deal to reduce the cost of prescription drugs, you have elected to bring forth a bill that you know will not pass. Which comes down to the third point I'm going to make. Why are you not passing a bill that would collect the vast majority of Republicans in the House and has a good chance of passing the Senate and being signed by President Trump? And I reluctantly conclude that one more time, you don't want to have a victory in these 2 years for whatever motivation. And that's truly sad because these drug costs are out of control. And they're victories that can be taken today. But instead of passing a bill, given political reality that you can bring to the floor, you will pass a bill in the House floor that you know is going to go nowhere in the Senate, and that you know is going to delay the relief that people need.